What's up, YouTube, man? So I'm back with another video. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Think I might have got myself in over my head. I am still working on the '06 Cat Eye, but I decided, it's like I've seen in my last video, when I went in there to change the shock absorbers, brakes, rotors, and all that stuff, I realized everything in there is shot. So what did I do? We ordered a whole new front suspension. Hold on, let me show y'all. So we got upper lower control arms, we got tie rods, we got new brake calipers, all four. We got new CV axles, and then I just wanted, well, I needed a new valve cover gasket anyway, so I just got a new valve cover because it wasn't that expensive, and that would look pretty cool, and it matched the calipers. So yeah, so I've never done this before, and I did order from TRQ. I'm not sponsored by them. I paid full price for everything. I think total it all came to right around $1,000 for the whole front suspension. They sell it in like a kit, and then I think I just added the valve cover. But yeah, so I'm not sponsored by them. I paid full price, but I have been watching their content for a while, and I mean, I'll be honest, based on their content, I feel like I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a mechanic, but you know, I am mechanically inclined. I do have a nice array of tools to use. Speaking of, so I've been using this Bauer, but I found on Facebook Market the Ultra Torque Hercules Impact. So this, from everything I've seen, is blasting bolts right off. This, not so much. You can do small jobs with this, but like suspension, you know, calipers and that kind of stuff, you probably gonna want something a little bit stronger. So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. Not too nervous though, because like I said, I got some good tools. I got some good resources. I do have a mechanic on standby, you know, if I run into any issues, and I also got a second car. So hey man, without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. The only thing is, I'm kind of strapped for time right now. So I'm gonna make another video. It's gonna be a two-part video. This first video, I'm gonna do CV axles. We're gonna do the calipers. We're gonna do the valve covers. I know it's stupid because I'm gonna have to go back in there again, you know, to get these upper lower control arms, tie rods, all the rest of that stuff in there. But like I said, I'm strapped for time. So, you know, I'm gonna do as much as I can when I can. And today, that is what I had time for. So I do need to go find, I'm gonna get back on Facebook Marketplace because I do need to go find me a charger and a battery for this thing. Facebook Market has been my best friend. I got this thing for $100. So in the store at Harbor Freight is $2. So I'm gonna jump back on there and try to find me a battery and a charger. I already got some impact sockets. I do need to go get a axle nut socket. I think it's a 36 millimeter to go on there, and then I'll be good to go. So yeah, man, y'all come on this journey with me. We're gonna knock out this front end suspension on the 2006 Chevy Silverado. Let's get it. All right, so a little bit of change of plans. So the first video is actually gonna be the sway bar links and CV axle, and then I'm also do the upper control arm. So I already did the passenger side, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do it on the driver's side. I'm gonna start with the sway bar link because you can get the CV axle out without removing the sway bar link, but I found that it's much easier to do if you go ahead and take the sway bar link out, and I'm replacing mine anyway. So yeah, so I'm gonna take the sway bar link out first, take out the CV axle, replace those, and then come back and do the up control arm once all that's done. Like I said, I just found that this way makes it way easier. They come right out, go right back in without having to fight with anything. So yeah, so let's get into it. All right, so first, of course, you're gonna want to get your brake line out the way. So I use these pistol grip pliers. These come in handy. Pick some up from Harbor Freight if y'all ever get a chance. Icon. But basically, you're gonna grab these little ears on this side with the pliers and squeeze it, and then just push it out, and it comes straight out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you what it look like. Pop straight out like that. And go ahead and get that out the way. Now for the sway bar, you don't need to take this out of the way for the sway bar. I'm taking it out the way because I'm doing all of this. But for the sway bar, you'll notice on top of it, it's a little tiny, like, stud that stick up. Maybe if I wipe it. It's a little tiny stud that stick up through the sway bar right there. And you basically need to grab onto it. And then there's a nut at the bottom of it. Right there. I believe it's either a 14 or a 16 millimeter. But you get something to hold the top. I'm probably use these same needle nose pliers because it's so small. It's just like a little nub. I'm trying to get it on camera. There you go. You can kind of see it. It's just a little nub that sit on top of there. You got a grip on it, and then, like I said, unscrew that nut at the bottom, and then all of this is gonna come down. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'm gonna show you what it look like. All right. So I ended up using a pair of vice grips, and basically, see if I could explain it the best way I can. But basically, so this sets on top of here. Well, y'all saw it, but this sets on top of here like this, and just lock them down. Go ahead and get your 15 millimeter. Get up under there, and then once you get it out, this whole screw will come through here, and this is just this part you just pull out. You just pull this part out, and that's it. That is your sway bar link. It's the old one. Look at them bushings. Yeah, just gone. So I'm gonna go get the new one and then go back in the same exact way it came out. You do have to put the bushings a certain way when it's going on, but I'll show that to you right now. All right, so here it is. This is the new sway bar link. And the bushings are gonna go this exact way. This is exactly how it go. So washer, bushing, bushing, washer. This is just the middle. This part, this silver part is the same as this. It just, the bolt goes through it. So you go bushing, washer, bushing, bushing, washer, then your sleeve, then washer, bushing, bushing, washer, and then of course your nut on top. So go back in the same way it came out. I'm gonna show it to you when I get it in. All right, so it's gonna be hard to do this with one hand. I've tried 3 times already, that's how I know. So I'm gonna just explain it to you. When you're installing it, you do have to take your sheath off. And then, so when you're putting it in, okay, follow me now. When you're putting it in, it's bottom bolt, washer, bushing. Put it through. Once you put it through, bushing, washer, face down. Once you do that, then you put this on and you continue. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I hope I explained that right. I hope I explained it in a way that y'all understand. I'm gonna go ahead and get it installed, and I'm gonna show you what it look like. It's easier if you loosen up the other one, or if you just go ahead and replace them at the same time, trying to get a good shot of it. But got it in there. So bolt at the bottom, bushing, washer, spacer, washer, bushing, and then on top you come with bushing face down, washer, and then your locking nut. So that's it for the sway bar link. All right, so for your CV axles, you'll need a 36 millimeter to take the axle nut off, and then there's 6 15 millimeter bolts back there that you'll have to take out with an extension and a swivel. All right, so I'll go ahead and do that. Your axle nut, a little washer in there. That come out like that. Now I'm gonna get 15 millimeter with the extension and the swivel and get them out. And then the CV axle gonna slide right out of there. All right, so got the CV axle out. So now you just push it out. And sometimes if it's stuck, you might need to hit it with something. Get a little punch and a hammer, and it'll come out. But you're just gonna get it up out of here. Like that. And there you go. Look at that. Whole boot was gone. So now you can get a new boot and redo this, but you still got to take it out. So you might as well just replace it. All right, and now we're gonna get the new one back in there. All right, so this is our new CV axle, just compared to the old one. Make sure they look the same, which they do. This one just ain't broke. So to put it in, it goes back in the same way it came out. So I'm gonna just kind of feed it through the back. Oh, don't forget to take your axle nut. They send a new axle nut, so don't forget to take that off before you push it through. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of snake it up through the back and get it pushed through, and then we're gonna zip it up, and that'll be it. One other thing that I did want to mention, if you do order a CV axle from somewhere, check your nut, because they sent this one, which is self-locking. So this one doesn't need a washer. This one, you just put the nut straight on there. But if they sent you a regular nut, then you'll need to put that washer back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that put in now. All right, so CV axle is in. I just gotta tighten it down. Sway bar link is done. We coming right along. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna try to speed run this control arm because my phone about to die. I already did the other side, but so what you wanna do, and I also already took the bolt out of the bottom of this ball joint right here. I don't know if you can see. This ball joint nut right here. I already took it out, but it sits right up under the ball joint. You got to take that out. I think it's a 18 millimeter. So I got that out. So I got this little tool here from Harbor Freight that worked pretty well on the other side. You put it between the ball joint, and then you start screwing it, and it put pressure on it, and then get you a nice size hammer, and then you just start beating right where that knuckle is at, right next to the ball joint, and the vibration is gonna break it loose. All right, so I got my tool clamped on there. I'm pretty sure my phone is about to die any minute, so my apologies for not being able to finish this whole video, but I can at least tell you what to do. Once you get this ball joint popped out, you're just gonna take your two bolts here. They're 21 millimeter. Make sure you mark your cams before you take them out, so you know where to put them back in. I mean, it really don't matter because you're gonna have to take it to get an alignment anyway, but you definitely want to get it back as close to it was when you took them out. So once you do that, it goes back on the same way. So it's 3 bolts for your upper control arm, the ball joint, and then your 2 control arm mounting points. Make sure your cams go back in the same way they came out, same orientation, and try to get them as close as you can as they were when you took them out. Again, my apologies that I wasn't able to finish this video, but we did get everything done. We got the upper control arms, we got the new CV axles, we got sway bar links. Next video will be lower control arms and inner and out. All right, y'all, so unfortunately, my camera did die right at that moment. So I wasn't able to finish getting it done on camera, but I did get it done physically. So I hope I explained it well. I hope I explained it in a way that made sense. You get what I'm saying? Because I was trying to kind of talk fast and trying to do it at the same time and trying to hurry up and get it done before my camera died. So, you know, I hope that I said it in a way and I explained it in a way that made sense. end of the day, tips that I would have, because it did take me a while to do it and to get it done. So it is some things that I would do differently next time, where it is some things that I probably would advise, or not even advise, because I'm not a professional, you feel me? But what I would say that would help, a few little tips. Number one, first thing that comes to mind when you doing your sway bar links, either do them both at the same time, like loosen them both up at the same time, and then go ahead and swap them out, and then tighten them down, one by one, little by little on each side until you get them in. Because if you do, like, if you swap one sway bar link and you tighten it all the way in, you're gonna have problems getting that other one in. So it's best to do them at the same time. I'll definitely say that that's tip number one. Tip number two, I would say, when you doing your upper control arms, or upper or lower control arms, I'll say this: don't take the nut all the way out, because listen, when that nut is out, and because you're gonna be beating on it. That's the other thing. So when you taking your control arms out, I'm not gonna lie to you, if you don't have the actual ball joint tool to spread the ball joints, you gonna have to beat it. And I mean, like, I wish I could have got that part on camera, because, like, when I say you have to beat the ball joint out, like, not literally hit the ball joint, I'm saying, like, you gotta hit that knuckle where the ball joint is attached. And when I say you gotta hit it, like, don't think you hitting it too hard. You're not hitting it hard enough. I'm gonna just tell you that. You see what I'm saying? But basically what I'm saying is, keep the nut, like, don't take the nut all the way off. You gotta leave the nut on. Don't take it all the way off, but, like, loosen it to where it can move, but don't take it all the way off, because, see, this is what I did. I took it all the way off, you know what I'm saying? Just rushing. Take your time, because I took it all the way off. And I'm hitting it, boom, 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 boom. And then it finally broke. When it broke, it popped. Like, it's not like a regular, like, it's just gonna, no, it pops. And when it popped, the whole steering knuckle fell forward. I'm doing the upper control arm. So the whole steering knuckle fell forward. And I didn't loosen the CV axle or nothing that I just put in. And the CV axle, literally the boot almost ripped itself off. Like, if I wouldn't have caught it in time, that CV axle that I just put in would have ripped itself off. But what you do is, you leave the nut screwed in just a little bit, so that when it pops, that nut catches it. And then that way you can control it. So that way you can pick up your steering knuckle and then unscrew the bottom of it, and then you can control it when you're taking it out. I didn't do it that way. Don't make that mistake. So that's another big tip. That's a big tip. I'm not gonna lie, that's a big tip. I almost made a huge mistake. Luckily, like, you know what I'm saying? And luckily I didn't get injured when doing it, because this stuff ain't light. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it popping it and it hit you, you going to the doctor. So, you know what I'm saying? Luckily though, like, I was in front of it, and I kind of was holding it in a way that, like, while I was hitting it, I kind of knew it was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to have that much force. It got that much force. Don't do that. So, that's tip number two. Tip number three, I would say, when you're doing your CV axles, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just be careful, because when you pushing them out, like, when the front of it comes out, like I said, like, the best way I can put it is, this stuff is not light. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I hope that makes sense. Like, it's not light. You see what I'm saying? It's not like just picking something up. Like, these are pieces of metal. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful. And that's probably a common sense thing. But you know what I'm saying? When you doing it, like when you see people do it, like you probably just wouldn't think it. So you would just be like, oh, I just popped that out. Like, yeah, it just pop out. But when it pop out, you got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but I was able to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's probably the biggest things, the biggest tips. The last big tip I would say is do all this stuff together. Just do it all. Pick a day. Don't be like me and be like, oh, I only got time for it. No, pick a day. Do it all at the same time, because this is the end of video part 1. Video part 2, I gotta take all this same stuff that I just put on. I gotta take all this stuff off again, because I gotta do my lower control arms and I gotta do my tie rods. So, but hey, this is my first time doing it. Like I said, y'all coming along with this journey with me. I still gotta do the calipers too. So the next video is gonna be the lower control arm and in and out of tie rods, and then that's it. After that, I'll take it, make sure I get in alignment. I already went to the alignment shop. I already talked to them. They know everything that's going on. They looked at it. They told me everything is straight. I just got to tighten up one of my ball joints. They said I had to get one of my ball joints, I had to get a little bit more tight. But other than that, they said everything looked good. But they told me they would not give me an alignment. This is another tip. A good shop and a good alignment person will not give you an alignment if everything is not done yet. And, you know, he told me straight up, he said, look, you know, I could do an alignment for you, but it's not going to hold because your tie rod's still shot, your lower control arms, or really it's not even the lower control arms, it's the lower ball joints, but I already got the lower control arms that came with ball joints. So, like, I'm not going to go through the hassle of sending them back and doing all that. I'm just going to go ahead and change it. But, yeah, so when you're doing this, do it all in one shot. Pick a day. It's going to take you some time, especially if it's your first time doing it like me. It's going to take you some time, but I promise you, you're going to get it done. And when it comes to getting them ball joints loose, don't be scared, bro. Don't hit it. And I ain't gonna lie, I did cheat. I went to Harbor Freight and I got a ball joint separator, but I'm gonna tell you, even with that ball joint separator, it's not just as easy as, oh, I'm gonna put it in there and it's gonna, no, it's not. It's still not that simple. You still gotta work it, then hit it, then work it, then hit it, then work it, and then eventually it'll just pop. And just be ready for it. When it pop, it's gonna pop. Just be ready for it. So, but yeah, man, that's the end of this video. The next video, like I said, is gonna be the lower control arms, in and out of tie rods, and then after that, I'm taking it to the alignment shop. They're gonna get me together, and then after that, I mean, the suspension is pretty much done. I mean, I'm gonna put some rear shock absorbers, but that's nothing. Them 2 bolts each, that's nothing. Then we're gonna get to moving on to the inside. That's what I've been waiting on. We're gonna get to moving on to the inside. I already did the head unit. We're gonna do some new dose speakers. I say that for the next video. I say that for the next video. But yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think so far, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Y'all doing y'all own projects or y'all still taking y'all trucks to the shop, man? Let me know something. Drop a like, give me a comment. Let me know. Like I said, I'm not a mechanic, so let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what I could do differently next time, because there's going to be a next time. Trust me. Yeah, man. But, yeah, I'm out of here, man. Let me know something. Peace.